Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be recording our next episode here of Stranger Things. It'll be covering episode 5 here within season 3. This is probably one of the episodes that I actually like the most, probably within this season, and there's a few simple reasons for that. I think everyone can agree that Alexi is just a freaking legend, so I love having him here in this episode. But we start things on off by, well, Hop and Joyce basically being shot at by the Russian Terminator, as I like to call him, because one, I don't really know his name. Two, he does remind me of Arnold Schwarzenegger quite a bit because he's built like him. He kind of looks like him in a Russian form, and it's kind of fun to watch it. But we see them driving on off. Eventually, their car ends up smoking, and they have to ditch it on their way over to Murray's place because that's where they're going, since he's the only one they know within a certain mile radius that knows Russian. So um, with that being said, we see them wandering through the woods at one point and hopping their way over to a 7-Eleven. And they get slushies and some Coke, and yeah, they end up being in a good spot. They commandeer a vehicle as well, not necessarily legally, in my opinion, but uh, that's none of my business, I guess. It's within the show. After that, we see the group of Robin, um, Dustin, and Steve in the elevator. They are kind of dealing with the goop or slime, whatever you want to call it. I like goop because it just sounds fun. But Erica's talking about drinking it because if I'm going to survive in here, blah, 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 blah. Well, obviously, we find out that it is not possible to drink that because it will kill you and harm you. One of my favorite shots, and this is just something small just because I'm kind of like a graphic design background type thing, is when the four of them are actually walking into the Russian base right away. I just feel like that shot behind is just like perfect and kind of shows how long the tunnel is, and I think they do a great job of showing that here within this episode. I know it's a super small detail and people probably don't care about it, but it's one of those small things that I actually kind of enjoy looking at. Um, Aside from that, we just see them wandering around underneath there. Steve wins his first fight, as Dustin points out, and yeah, nothing too crazy. Towards the end of it, we see Nancy and Jonathan trying to find Mrs. Driscoll again, and then they end up running into Bruce and one other guy. So yeah, it's a little interesting there towards the end. They get into a few fights, and then we see the monster right there at the end that 11 starts the fight, and we later see in coming episodes. But we see the first little merge of two bodies into one to form that mind flare or the Flayed. Um, it's kind of cool. But that's all I got here for you guys today. I appreciate you guys for stopping on by. As always, you guys have been showing a lot of nice support lately, and I appreciate it. So we'll see you guys in the next one.